Alright guys, so this is townhouse. Okay, I got it under contract, and there is a possibility that I'll buy and hold, but I don't know. So it's a 3-bed, 2-bath townhouse basically. I mean, the condition of the townhouse is like, it's not mint, but it needs a little love basically. So the appliances are pretty old, I would say. Stove, dishwasher, microwave, refrigerator, it's like old style, but they are still working. It's cold, it's freezing, so there's a garage right over here. There's a pantry right here. This is a living room. This is a living room right here, and a backyard basically. So we are going to the upstairs. Let's go. So let's go to the upstairs. Upstairs, it's got three bed. This is the master bedroom. It's got bigger bathroom. It's got this little room. I forgot how it's called, but anyways, don't think it's very important. It's washer and dryer. I wouldn't say it's like a brand, like brand new, but needs, it might be working, I don't know. Dryer, washer. So right here it's got a little bit smaller bedroom, bathroom right here, and this is the same as like pantry, and fitting room. This is small, like I would say cabinet room. That's my car, and pretty nice. I just want to explain you guys how I got this deal. Let me turn off the lights, because agent said you don't need to turn off the lights when you leave. So I'm about to leave, and let's turn off the lights. So I don't like this height. If you got kids, they might just fall down and get hurt. I don't like that one. So, but anyways, let me explain how I got this deal. So basically, I used the tool called LOI Bluster, right? So I blast out 500 LOIs. So basically, this is the house, right? This is the house that we're in. And there is a soft called LOI Bluster. LOI Bluster. Holy moly. LOI Bluster. All right, guys. Let me explain how I got this deal. So let me just draw a little bit right here for you guys. So how I got this deal? I got this deal from an agent, basically. I used the soft called LOI Bluster, but I don't use the one that the Myron made, but I've got my own. It's like a little bit, it's not like as good as Myron's, but it's working. So, but my nephew, he made it for me. He created the same soft, and basically shout out to Nazar. He's the man. So I use the tool, and it's so helpful. So what I did, I blast out 500 LOIs 500 LOIs, right? And letter of intent. LOI stands for letter of intent. I don't know, intent, yeah, that's fine. Letter of intent to purchase the property. Right? So the LOI, I blasted out 500 LOIs, and I got approximately, I would say 30 like warm leads from agents. Okay, meaning that they're like, hey bro, what do you do? So I've got the property, and they are open for conversation. The agent is first, that you gotta overcome the objections basically. So how I got the deal? So blasted out 500 LOIs, and agent reached out to me and said, hey, I like your LOI, let's talk about it. So we jump on call, and I explained how I do deals basically. And I say, hey, there is a house that you're trying to sell. It's been on market for about 6 months, and she's got 1 day to expire, right? To expire the the listing, her listing basically. So and she was like, hey, I have a house, and how can you help me? So I'm like, all right, so let's talk about it. So I said, what's going on? It wasn't about the house at all when we were talking about LOI, but I was just like trying to find out what's the core issue. What's the we call it bunnies. What's the core issue with the homeowner? Why they're selling and stuff like that. I've never asked any single stuff like what's the flooring, how's the floor, how's the appliances, how, you know what I mean? Those kind of questions is stupid. I didn't ask those questions. I just asked, hey, what's going on? What's the problem? And she said the owner left the country. They moved to Germany, and now they live in Germany, and the house is been bought on VA loan, 3.5% interest rate for 30 years. And PITI, it's a principal, interest, tax, and insurance every month, $1,600. And the agent, she's like, I'm right here, right? I'm an investor. John, let's say this is Steph. Let's say Steph. So I'm like, hey, Steph, you've got a house. So what's going on? She's like, here's the terms that the homeowner bought the house for 30 years, 3.5% interest rate, VA loan, PITI 600. So every month they used to pay. So but then since they left to Germany, they started to fall behind HOA, which is $335 HOA, homeowners association. So they start to fall behind the HOA payments every month, and they got so-called notice, like, hey, from HOA, like, hey, homeowner, you gotta pay for homeowners association every month, $335. If you won't pay, we're gonna foreclose on the house. So since they're not here anymore, they're like, they couldn't get that letter, and that's why the HOA decided to do what? To foreclose on the property. They started to do a legal foreclosure on the house. They hired an attorney, and attorney is gonna start to handle foreclosure And what? Guess what? The HOA fee that they were behind the payments, right? It's every month $335. They fall behind. They fall behind for the final judgment that came from an attorney, and it came as 18 grand. In little, like, I don't know, maybe in how many months? Like in 6 months, maybe 5 months. So HOA foreclosure that the attorney is handling is basically the numbers came as like 18 grand that you gotta pay for HOA, for attorney's fees, and any like additional fees that homeowners owe, basically to keep the property. So I came here and like, hey, all right, so no, then the homeowner paid half of it. They paid 9 grand. Okay, they paid 9 grand, and HOA said, hey, okay, so you pay 9 grand right now, then I'll give you some time, some room, like breathing room till February 26 next year, 2025, right? So then homeowner was like, all right, that's fine. So they paid 9 grand. They have 9 grand remaining. So because the final was 18 grand, right? So they paid 9 grand, and now they have $9,000 that they will need to pay till February 26. If they won't pay, then attorney is gonna foreclose on the property. Basically, they will take ownership of this property and sell the property to get their freaking 9 grand, $9,000. You know what I mean? They can buy house for $9,000 by what? By foreclosing on the property legally. So that's like a supreme power the HOA has. So what I did, I'm like, hey, all right, Steph, what's going on? So she explained everything. I'm like, all right, well, I can help you with this matter. Easy. She's like, how? I'm like, all right, so I'm gonna take over the payments of $1,600 every month. I'll take over HOA payments, $335 every month. Plus I'll take over this arrears, 9 grand that the homeowner owes for HOA attorney. So I'll take over 9 grand, and every month's payments I'll just put on good standing, and I'll take over the total that they used to pay is $935 every month. That was the basically payments for this property, right? So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take over the payments of existing mortgage, VA loan 3.5%, 30 years, PITI 16, total is gonna be 1935. I'm gonna take over the payments. I'll pay 9 grand, and I'll pay your commission. Her commission is 3%. And she's like, wow, can you do that? I'm like, of course. That's what I'm doing every day, all day, every day. So, and she's like, all right, yep, let's do it. Let's rock and roll. So she called homeowner to tell about this deal that the John can do for us. So, and yeah, she needed to, overcome some little objections, like how it works and stuff. But I explained over the phone, and she's like, all right, we good. So that's how I got this property basically under contract. So, but what's the exit strategy? So exit strategy is gonna be what for me? So the every month payment is gonna be what? $1935, right? So that's the monthly payment. $9,000 we owe HOA not to foreclose on the property, right? And plus we have 3% agent's commission. Agent's commission is gonna be like 6,700 roughly. $6,700 that the agent's gonna make on expired listing. It's basically expired listing, right? So, but we're willing to pay her commission because she's gonna keep bringing deals for me. So 3%, so we'll take over the payments, $9,000 that I gotta pay HOA, take over the payment. The homeowner is not gonna take anything because what? Because there wasn't any equity. That's why she's like, all right, I'm just good to give you this property and you will take ownership. We will transfer the deed, the title, right? The deed, the ownership title. Basically, it's document that is the homeowner holds. Basically, we will transfer over to my company, and we would take over existing mortgage. Every month, I'm gonna pay this amount. Okay, so $9,000. Where the money came from? It hasn't came yet, but where I'm gonna take this money, right? So I'm gonna take this money from, I'm gonna get it from PML, private money lender. It's the people who lend the money for certain amount, like let's say interest rate every month for a certain amount of time, let's say 6 months or 1 year, 6 months or 1 year, with monthly payment, let's say $100 maybe. Okay, it might be interest only or it might be interest in principal. Okay, so basically what I have here, I got 1935 payment plus I have PML payment. Total is gonna be what? Total is gonna be $2,035, right? 2,035 grand. That's my total payment for this beautiful house. Okay, so I checked the rent in the area, in the neighborhood. It's about $2,300. So $2,300. That's the average rent rate here in this neighborhood. And since I have 3 bed and 2 bath, what I can do, I can rent out for students. I can rent out for students by room. I gotta be careful because it's a HOA regulated neighborhood, and I'll see. So the exit strategy might be like rent by room, right? But you gotta be careful, or long-term rental, LTR, for $2,300. So how much money am I doing? I'm doing $265 cash flow. $265 cash flow. $265 cash flow. It's not a lot of money, but still, it's not a lot of money. But 265, it's it's cash. It's coming in every month. First month, second, third, fourth, fifth. So 265, that's the cash flow. But I can buy and hold the property, or I can do what? I can wholesale the property. I can wholesale the property for end buyer. The buyer like me, right? So let's say if I wanna keep the property, I can keep it for tax purposes. But I'm not gonna tell anything about tax right now, but I can tell on the next video. But the end buyer, what I'm gonna do, I'll just assign the document that I bought this house from the homeowner, and I'll assign to the new end buyer. So I can make roughly 5K to 10K on this deal. That's it. That's basically what it is. What do you think, guys? What do you think? So, and I can do the same deals all day, every day by using LOI Blaster. That's the soft that blasting out, that blasts like 500 LOIs per day, and getting warm leads, agents calling me about the properties that they have a pain, or the properties that are about to expire, basically. So I do apologize for drawing, it's not ideal, but yeah, that's like basic information that I have for you guys. All right, bye-bye.